Hi all, welcome to another episode of Paul's Pop Culture with me, Paul. Today I thought I'd do some show some of my GameCube titles, as I've got hardly any pickups this week through being ill with a bad cold. I went to a funeral and come back, and the next morning I had a terrible sore throat, and that messed my week up. Well, there you go. All better now. That's how it goes, isn't it? Anyway, Batman Dark tomorrow. And some copies of this have got a sticker on saying free comic. Now, anybody who's got the game and has never seen the comic, that's what it looks like. There was a second comic as well, which you had to buy a certain games magazine to get it. And the second comic is worth quite a bit of money now. It's worth a lot more than the first issue. Anyway, moving on to some of the other titles I've got. Star Fox Adventures. Not very well received back in the day, and I picked it up out of Game Station for £1.98. This was pretty much when the game was at its lowest. People had it and they didn't like it. It wasn't well received, and Game Station couldn't sell it. So they were knocking it out for like £1.98. I remember they had quite a few copies. I bet you wouldn't get it for that now. I've always loved it. Rebel Strike Rogue Squadron 3. Excellent game. There is a Rebel Strike game that never came out for the Wii. It was fully made, and Factor 5 ran into some legal issues and wasn't allowed to release it. And it never came out. I've heard that it's supposed to be coming out for the Switch. I mean, the game still does exist, it's just unreleased. But I don't know what's happening with that at the moment. Whether it ever will get released, I don't know. It's supposed to come out for the Wii. It never came out. Robotech. Battlecry. Super Monkey Ball 2. I haven't bought any GameCube games in a long time now. I think the last game I bought was King Kong for the GameCube. A couple of years ago, I had it for like £1 off boot sale. And it's actually coming up in the pile, actually. Eternal Darkness, great game. Yeah, I find GameCube games are getting quite expensive now. I haven't seen any in the charity shops or anything like that for a long time now, and it's got a sticker of $14.99 on it. I didn't pay that. Luigi's Mansion. Namco Museum 50th Anniversary. Now, one of the first arcade games I ever played back in the 80s as a kid was Pole Position. You know, a lot of families used to go on rent caravans on sites in the 80s. There was less of going abroad, and we used to go to like Devon and Cornwall and places like that. I think it was Bournemouth. There used to be a massive arcade on there. It was like the caravans were on the cliff facing over the sea, and there was a big hill, and you went down the hill and there was a massive arcade. I'd imagine it wouldn't be there now. It's probably an Asda or a Tesco now. Dragon Spirit. That's an excellent game. Sonic Mega Collection. One of the first Mega Drive games I ever played was Sonic. My cousin had a Mega Drive before me, a lot earlier than I had mine. I had mine in 92. I think he had his in 1990, 91. I remember he never had it, he rented it. He rented the first Streets of Rage when it first came out. And we used to play that around his house. Powering down. I had the light on there, and it's just it's gone into 15 mode. You're going to run out of. I think there's enough to do with this video, and that egged me on to want to pester my dad for a Mega Drive, which I did get. And I had Sonic 2, and Genog, Gynog, whatever you want to call it, Wings of War, American title. Star Fox Assault, rated a lot higher than Star Fox Adventures. Another game where you could actually get out of the cockpit, and you had on missions as Star Fox. On foot missions. Yeah, I had Starwing on the Super Nintendo. I had the Super Nintendo quite late, actually. He was a bit reluctant, my dad, as I had the Mega Drive. He did buy me one eventually. I got it off, I had it second hand off Birmingham Market. Round about, I think it was around about 1993. I had the 93, 94, something like that. I had the Super Nintendo. Day of Reckoning, excellent, good old wrestling games. Day of Reckoning 2. Still enjoy these. Rain of Fire. Player's Choice version of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. What happened to Player's Choice? Is it just me? There was like Player's Choice, and you had PlayStation had Platinum, didn't it? If you couldn't afford to go £40, just wait, and you would get in like a silver box, and you could have the like £20 version. Excuse me. Yeah, remember they used to have Warworlds had a lot of the Platinum and type games. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 held up pretty well. Still an enjoyable game. Let's put them up there. I haven't got the biggest GameCube collection because I always found it hard to pick games for it, and that I liked that much, and it's quite expensive. The games are quite expensive now on eBay. I haven't seen many titles for ages. I was going to say something about the Namco Museum, and I'd forgot that when you put it on, you go into an arcade and it's got all 80s music, and if you're a fan of 80s music, you probably spend more time listening to that than playing the games. It's all arcade machines, and you got Dexys Midnight Runners blasting out, Come On Eileen, and stuff like that. So if you like 80s music, Fine Young Cannibals, Who Drives Me Crazy. She drives me crazy, and stuff like that. Knights of the Temple, not bad game. Got it at like $2.99 at the time. I bet you wouldn't get these games for these prices now. 180 Avalanche. I was always a big fan of the 180 games. I had the one on the N64, the previous one. Yeah. And that's another video I could do. Some of the N64 games I picked up a load once in a sandwich box. Just loose cartridges, and the original 180 was in there. I'll show them on another video. I've still got that, and they're still in the sandwich box. That's from about 3 or 4 years ago now. That's not recently, but I'd like to do a video on it. Super Buster Move, always love the Buster Move games. Fight Night Round 2. Now, what's special about this game is the fact that you can play Super Nintendo Super Punch Out on it, and you don't have to unlock it either. If you ever come across this title and you like the old Punch Out, you know, and yeah, I recommend it. This is still not a bad Fight Night game as well, so that's pretty alright. Even that's held up pretty good. And you got the Super Nintendo Punch Out to play as well, so it's a winner, chicken dinner. Terminator Redemption, my favourite Terminator game that ever came out. Terminator 3 Redemption. Casper, Spirit Dimension, game you don't see too often. And Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Frights. There's 2 more down there. The first Rogue Leader, or Rogue Squadron 2 I should say, and there's Day of Reckoning, the first one. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Bye for now.